Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Pioneer. We are still on this Sultai Draw Go control list. So the deck tech is basically the same like last time. So check out the last video if you want a fuller discussion of what this deck is trying to do, how it works. But I've made some minute changes that I will point out quickly here. Then we go and try to play some games here. So the first thing is that we are now playing 2 Deadly Cover-Up. So I took out 1 Extinction Field and hope this might streamline the deck a bit better. So I kind of feel that this is a more versatile interaction. Can also remove a threat from the opponent's deck. So this might be interesting to play over Extinction Event. And then in the sideboard, we now have 2 Duress, just to give us a bit more gas against control and against combo. We also have 2 unlicensed Hearse here to have a more consistent graveyard hate. And then I took out the Ashiok for the go blank. So Ashiok is a good option against Niv Mizzet and against Scapeshift, which we haven't seen that often recently. So I would rather want to go for the go blank. And of course, even if we do hit upon Scapeshift and Niv Mizzet, I think we have enough gas with the rest of the deck, with the discard spells, with the counters, to have a good matchup. And the final thing is I took out the Kalitas, since it was a bit awkward that it prevented you from playing Kaheera. So I'm trying Garut now, which has a somewhat similar function. So you can put bodies on the battlefield, can also use it as removal. And yeah, we see how that goes. So I'm excited to see how the deck is going to do. And yeah, let's go. All right, we are on the play. And this hand is great, so we keep that. Now thinking if I want to shock this in, I think I will, because I have no other shocklands here. Might be useful against aggro. And this looks like Izzet. Okay, there's the talent. So we can fatal push this Otter now. And then could try to Assassin's Trophy the talent if they try to do the Boomerang basic combo. Otherwise, we can also work towards this Culling Ritual to eventually, hopefully, host them when they commit too much to the board. So there it is. So I think I go for it now. Yeah, so the opponents are often not respecting the Culling Ritual. They're not used to seeing that, so they commit pretty heavily to the board, and this is something we can make use of hopefully. Also have the Deadly Cover-Up to exile something from their deck. Maybe even the Boomerang, maybe the Storm Chaser's talent. Kind of depends on how this plays out. So yeah, I think I have nothing better to do than just put this Kaheera into hand, giving them the option to pop off here, but feeling still safe since we have this Culling Ritual. And if we have a big hit with it, we can also use the mana to play out Kaheera, get a body on the battlefield. So let's see what they do. They might have kept a non-ideal hand here with the Boomerang basics, hoping they can just start drawing cards here. So they equip, well, that's great. So they have not much going on. Now, I think what I want to do is Thoughtseize and then play Kaheera. Could also just Ritual right away, but I really want to see what they are working with. And I'm not too scared if they start popping off with the Steel Cutter, because again, we still have the Culling Ritual. So we would go down to 13, but I think that's okay. So let's use this for black mana. Thoughtseize them. Let's quickly check. Yeah, we have the right mana to cast Kaheera. See what they have. Okay. So this will then grant them the ability to kill Kaheera. think I would want to take that to deprive them of the opportunity to gain a lesson, which might be something that gets them going. So let's do that. And well, then again, if we're not playing Kaheera, they have no target for their spells here, so nothing they can do to trigger the Steel Cutter. But if they do trigger the Steel Cutter, we have even more fodder for the Culling Ritual. So they're tapped out, so they would have to spend mana on their turn. Yeah, I think I go for it. Just really make them overcommit here. And then we see what happens. Eventually we can start also pumping these Mirrex tokens, pressure them. Yeah, there's the impulse. Now they still need a second spell to trigger the cutter if they want to do that. They don't, okay. Now this can only return opponent's creatures, right? So now, oh, this is great. Well, we could think about removing something annoying like the Boomerang Basics or the Talent here. Kind of inclined to do that maybe. And then we're still rather safe, so they will only hit us down to 10 if we would use the bargain. Yeah. I think what I do is I just cast the bargain on their end step maybe. Or do we? Could keep up. Yeah. Well, it's a tough call what to do here. So I would want to use these sweepers with a bit more efficiency, make them commit a bit more. We're still not really in danger. So I think I will skip the turn. Yeah, it's only land, so they are flooding here. Great. Now, yeah, let's have them attack. So we only have colorless mana, no way to make a play here with our bargain. So let's use it. All right, the 3 steps is good. Consult, also be nice here. Also really want to make my land drop, but yeah, let's go for it. And then there's a Censor. I think we just kill this now. Yeah, let's do it. And then I think we don't do anything here. Just skip the turn, can eventually cycle this if we really need to. They skip, it's great. Watery Grave. So we have currently, we cannot play this 3-step set, so could be an option to shock this in to keep this up. Also to play the star charts. Would rather conserve my life total here a bit, but I think that's more efficient. Yeah, and now just gain the card advantage. So might take the Deluge, can wait for this Consult until it gets more efficient here, and then maybe even the Assassin's Trophy, just to make sure they will not be able to pop off with any cutter shenanigans or anything else. Alright, even make the land drop, that's amazing. And now we look towards starting to pump these Mirrex tokens. Yeah, that's fine. So they choose one of these. Okay, that doesn't really help them. They get another. That's okay. So now they find a Storm Chaser's talent, which I assume they're going to play. And then we should... Well, the question now is, do we counter and use the mode, or do we counter and use Memory Deluge? I think I like using this and using the mode because then we also have Censor up. And then we can later gain some more value out of the Deluge. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. So the Rounded Lock is ready to have here. It's a hard counterspell now. No, yeah, they just scoop it up. It was too much for them. So let's see how we address this. Now, Thoughtseize I think is not that great. We may want the paths. Terror Sunder is also kind of attractive. Garruk as well. I think the Shark Typhoon is too slow here, so let's take it out. Well, Narset is also not that great. Might go down one Censor. It's not doing that much here. Could even go down all of them because we are on the draw now, so we will not be able to stop a Cory Steelcutter, which is like the primary target we want to stop here. So I think we even just go down all of these. When we are later on the play again, we can bring them back in. And what else? So the cover up could be nice. Kind of also want the Stamping Sphere, but they are gonna bring their bounce and hate pieces as well. So I don't exactly know if this is gonna be that good. Let's see. Yeah, kind of want to keep this Narset, but then again, their card advantage is not so much focused on drawing, so hard to say. So could change these Narsets for Damping Sphere to make it harder for them to pop off. Don't know if this is correct or not. Kind of helps us digging through our deck, but then again, we don't want to really tap out with it. So I'm doing it, but I don't know if it's correct. So let's see. And then maybe when we are on the play again, we can try to bring back in our Censors to get them on their second turn when they try to get down their Steelcutter, or maybe even the mouse, the 2-mana mouse. So let's see how that goes. All right, this looks okay. It's a bit sketchy with the mana. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it should be a mulligan here. I think we are gonna get screwed if we do not mulligan this. Yeah, that's better. So let's get rid of one consult. We don't have much interaction here, so we just need to hope to survive until we find something better. Well, it's great that I have to play that. So then we can hopefully screw with their game plan. They even scoop. Well, okay. I don't know what exactly they were trying to find here, so must have been a very risky keep that they did, but I mean, well, if that is how you beat the boogeyman of the format, I guess I take it. So, good game. Thank God we had a good first game, and yeah, opponent just kind of was too frustrated. So, GG. Okay, we start on the play. The hand is alright. Keep that. Our mana's fixed. And could curve out pretty nicely. If we need, we can trophy or decay, depending on what they play, but would rather play both of these tapped, and then we see how that goes. So what is that? Could be Cat Oven maybe, or Greasefang. Okay. I think we just get down this Narset. So don't actually know what they are doing. So let's get it down. Go grab a card, hopefully. Alright. I think I take the Deluge here because that's what we miss yet. To have some card selection here. To still have interaction up. Alright, they even ramp us. I gladly take that. So I think I take the island, yeah. And then we can even play the tap land and Deluge, or do we? Could also go for the second Mirrex to keep up the fatal push even. I kind of like that. Since our mana is so good with both Triomes here. So then we can Deluge and fatal push if they want to play that. Dread Knight. There's the Mutavault. Maybe they play Annex. Yeah, there is. Could try to find a deadly cover up. Yeah, let's go. Let's take the Culling Ritual. Sorry, the 3 steps ahead, and I don't know if we want this Culling Ritual. Maybe go rather for the second push here. Not sure if this is correct, but yeah. Now we can push that, and if they try to replay it, we can use the 3 steps ahead. Have our Boseiju up, and also a Assassin's Trophy to get these 2 creature lands. So not too worried about them. There's a Watery Grave, that's great. Can even shop this in since we are still pretty high on our mana. And now we just wait for them to do something. And if they don't, we pump some Mirrex tokens. So pretty good spot here, I think. They have something at instant speed, I don't know. Maybe it's just a Mutavault or a lands that take priority here. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's fill the mana. I don't think we do anything with it, but... Or do we? Can even get one of these. Yeah, let's perhaps get a Triome. And I don't think we use the mana, so... Yeah. Just leave up this 3 steps ahead with the additional mode. Let's go. Was maybe a bit excessive. Could have tried to keep up the Assassin's Trophy if they do indeed play Annex, but let's see what they do. That's only a Dread Knight, so it's alright. Okay. Now we also look towards flashing back this Memory Deluge. They don't apply much pressure here, so still feeling good about this. There's an Annex, okay. I think we just trophy this. Or we could just decay it. Yeah, let's do that. I'll give them a basic here. Okay, drawing a lot of cards here. So it's a pity that our Narset is gone. Well, that's good, because now we can just fatal push this and decay their Annex. I'll just stop here. So that was a pretty good turn. And I think we don't want to flashback anything, or do we maybe want to get this Narset here, but let's wait. Oh, that's great. Okay, so they're gonna attack here, that's fine. See what they play. Shoot it. Okay. Yeah, fine. And with this consult, I would really, really like to find a deadly cover-up. That would be amazing. Could also use a deluge. Yeah, let's wait. Do we have enough to activate? Yeah, I think we do. So let's hopefully find a deadly cover-up here. We don't. That's a pity. But let's take this and a Watery Grave. Now we draw. When they attack, they would put us down to 4. The question is if we consult for 2 to try to find a sweeper here. I think we do, because we can recur it with the Auroral Procession. We also have Enduring Curiosity to regain some card advantage. So let's do that main phase and hopefully find something good. We don't. We could try another one, but that wouldn't leave us with enough mana to find more. So yeah, let's Culling Ritual. That will give us 3 mana, then we have, sorry, that will give us 2 mana, then we have 4, which would allow us to Assassin's Trophy there, Shieldred. So that is fine, I think, and so they are still going to draw a lot of cards, which is annoying, but eventually we are going to find our deadly cover-up. Still have a hard counter up here even. Alright, what is it? So they play Dread Knight. And the other one. I think this is fine. So now we can procession back our consult here. Alright. Now let's wait. If we play this on kicker, we are gonna need an additional land to pay for the deadly cover-up. But I think that's fine. Can shock in the Watery Grave. There it is. Okay. And yeah, maybe get Ashiok now, so we want to start getting down our finishers here. And let's exile these Red Knights. Okay. Get away Narset, Abrupt Decay, and a Fatal Push, or yeah, let's get away the Fatal Push, doesn't matter. Let's mute them and remove the Dread Knights. So 3 more Annex, a Gargorov, a Shieldred, and some Preachers. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be manageable. Alright, so they have a Shieldred in hand, that's fine. Okay, so we should be able to deal with that. We have a lot of removal here. We can kill that main phase. They do go for the lair for 2, which is, I think, okay. So let's kill that. And I would wait with our Ashiok. There's another deadly cover-up even, so that's great. Okay, if they go for the Hydra, we can Boseiju it, and otherwise we could flash in Enduring Curiosity on their end step. So that's another thing we can deadly cover up here. I think they're going to use their Terra Sunder on this Enduring Curiosity. If they don't, okay, that's interesting. So now they are going to do it. All right. We happily take that, so that's fine, because now they have no more interaction for our Planeswalker here. So we can just bounce, or we can even, yeah, I think we bounce their Visa and then have Boseiju up. This is even better. So we can Fatal Push that due to Revolt. And now we go for Ashiok. Yeah, we have Boseiju up for their lair. Feeling really great. They resigned. Yeah, that was basically impossible for them to turn this around now. So we will be on draw here. Censor is okay because they play Annex, which we want to counter on 3, also the Visa. So there might not be that much that we want to change. Narset is great since they are drawing a lot of cards. Perhaps the Culling Ritual. So let's change that for a deadly cover-up and maybe a Grook. Cling to Dust could also be nice, I think. Yeah, let's maybe... What do we do here? Could think about going down one Thoughtseize. So they're going to pressure us quite heavily on our life total, so... Or would we rather go down a Censor? Let's try like that. They're going to pressure us on our life total with their creatures and with the evasion they have with the Annex. So maybe you shouldn't run that many Thoughtseizes. Oof, that's not great, so we have to mulligan this. That's better. So let's, yeah, ship away, I don't know, the Mirrex maybe. And then we have all of our colors. We have the bargain. I have 2 counters up. There's even the Narset, that's amazing. So now they could get us with their creature lands, so that's going to be annoying to deal with. Oh no, okay, alright, we have the second Boseiju. So I was about to say we are forced to play this Boseiju, and this takes away one of our means to deal with creature lands, but that's alright. Now we found the second one. Go blank, we can censor that gladly, so it's a brutal card against us. And now we can get down our Narset even, or could even keep up the bargain. Yeah, let's do that. To try to react to what they're doing. Could also be shielded now. Would be a great Censor target as well. That's a Preacher, okay, that's fine. So now we bargain. Let's go ahead here. Would like a land drop. Drop Decay is also not too bad. And let's take Tomb. Keep our basic in the deck. Alright. And have some interaction up here. So let's use this now. Yep. Now, do we kill this Mutavault? I think we do, because I don't want them to pressure our Planeswalker. Kind of hope to draw an untapped land to play Narset and kill their Dread Knight. We don't find it, unfortunately. But we can ambush their Dread Knight with the Shark token. They might have sided out some of their fatal pushes, hopefully. And then we also look towards playing this Deadly Cover-Up. Alright, HRS. I think it was a good pick to take the Deadly Cover-Up here. But now we can play our Narset and keep the Drowned lockup. It's unfortunate they found this lair, but if they animate it, we can destroy it. Now, question is if we take down the Narset. I think we do. Yeah, let's go on. There's a Fatal Push, and we can get back the Narset with Auroral Procession if they go really aggressive with the lair here. Now we Fatal Push this, and they cannot draw a card with that. So they are gonna waste a lot of mana here to play that. I think I will cycle this Censor because now it's gonna be rather useless. Oh, wait, they kind of misplayed that, I fear. But alright. We're not aware about this Narset ability to shut down their card draw. I think I'm gonna Procession to get back our... this is interesting, they are committing pretty heavily here. So I think I might even get back the Deadly Cover-Up, and then we can remove the Dread Knight from their deck. They're gonna attack with a pretty big lair if we do that, but that's okay. Still have a high life total. Might have been more reasonable to to get back the bargain here, but I think this is a safer play. So let's use the Shark Typhoon. We will not be able to get it back anyway. And then we can remove their Red Knight, so they will not be able to grind us out more here. Okay, so what did they board in? Nothing really. So it's the same deck basically. Alright, so they don't have many threats, so I feel pretty good about this match now. So just have to deal with their creature land, and they could top deck an NX, which would be an issue here, but okay. They're gonna get creature, which is fine. So we can kill that on start of combat. And yeah, let me think. Yeah. So we shock this in, so that way we can get Kaheera to hand and still have both Assassin's Trophy and Fatal Push Up to answer their lair, and also the Preacher. So they go for it. I think we used it around in the lock. Would want to keep this as a hard counter for any potential annex or whatever, but fine. There's Fudred. Alright. I think we go for this now, because we can also kill the lair with a fatal push if they choose to animate it. Oh, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So we can now just pass turn and consult and annex. Alright, that's a good draw. Pretty good draw. Do we try to find a response here is the question. Yeah, no, I don't think we do. So we let them draw a card and then just go full consult mode. Alright. So there's a trophy and also a Narset, which they will be able to destroy. So, but they have to spend mana to do it, so yeah. Let's go ahead. Get down this Narset. And then we don't need to address their annex right away. Let's just wait what they do. Should they not choose to trophy it? See what they attack. If they attack us, I think it's fine. They go for the Narset. Yeah, that's okay. There's a Sentinel, but I think this is absolutely fine. So now we can trophy their annex, and then we can deadly cover up to remove the annex from their deck. So that way we get rid of both the Sentinel and the annex, and then eventually we can just fatal push their lair with Boseiju. So if we now get rid of the annex, they can only play threats on a one-to-one basis. Okay. Would like to get this Assassin's Trophy out of their hands somehow. Let's do this and that. So we can play this Ashiok safely. Now let's get rid of the annex. It's the really most dangerous card they have. Okay. And now the game is quite under control, so I don't see how they kill us here. What is that? Yeah, okay, this is fine, I think. Do they animate? Do they go for it? They go for it, that's okay. So when they attack, we are fatal pushing this. And the next turn, we can... Oh wow. Well, that's an insane top deck. Yeah, let's go ahead. 2 for 1 them. They will have to use their Assassin's Trophy to kill that, and we take it from there. Still have Ashiok, which they will not be able to answer then. Our last basic, fortunately we still have one. There's the Hive, so they have not a creature land, but we still have our Fatal Push. So I think this game is over. I don't see them coming back from this. Now they might top deck a Thoughtseize, take the Fatal Push and attack our Ashiok, but has enough loyalty to kind of run away from this or scale away from this Hive. But we're gonna kill it. And I think that should be it. Yeah, they scoop it up. So it was a pretty good showing of the deck, I think. Kind of our choice to now play an additional, where is it, Deadly Cover-Up really paid off here. As we saw, this green-black deck was not very heavy on threats, so it was rather easy to remove two crucial ones, which they used to grind out the game to draw cards. That was the Red Knight and the Annex. So once they were gone, they were really down to top decking something which we could then easily answer. But we have to say we were pretty lucky in top decking here, I think, so could have also gone very differently this game. But yeah, really good 2-0. GG, well played. Okay, we are on the play here. Gosh, this hand is, I think, no good. Not really. Let's mulligan it. This is slightly better, but we still need to hope for another land here. Let's keep that for now and get rid of, well, I guess 3 steps. And yeah, it's kind of annoying that we have to play 2 tap lands here, so we will not be able to keep up our Censor. But we can keep it up next turn. So they are black, they might run Annex, so they could try to play an Annex on their next turn. There's a Momentum Breaker. Okay, they are some sort of discard. I think we discard the Fatal Push. Alright. No, there's no land yet, so let's see what they do. What the hell is that? Okay. I think we destroyed this now. Kind of confused, I've never seen this card. But let's get rid of it, not have them produce any more clues. And continue keeping up our Censors. So let's see what I do here. Oh, Beseech. So we happily censor that. And yeah, still wait for our third land. Could also cycle this Censor. Which I think I'm going to do now, since I now have a lot of mana. There is the land. But unfortunately, we cannot keep up the 3 steps ahead, and we can also not cast our bargain. So it's getting rather dicey now. What's this do? Creating treasure tokens, okay. Alright. So what might they be looking for with this Beseech, is the question. Okay. So now I'm feeling better with having our 3 steps ahead up and also our bargain. Fever Rune, okay. So now we can start getting a 4th land. Hopefully flash this Enduring Curiosity in. Let's get even the Mirrex and the Salt, I think. Now if they do field, I think we don't do anything. the island here. Would have 5 mana, but no, I don't think we do anything here. Pass the turn. Have Enduring Curiosity up and also a counter spell, depending on what they try to do here. They Thoughtseize. Yeah, resolves. You can also cycle the Shark Typhoon to apply some pressure on them, make them use removal. Oh, they even choose the Shark Typhoon, that's interesting. So, yeah, let's go. I don't know. I would rather find another lander up here. Oops, that was kind of silly. Should have played this on kicker, but okay. It was a misclick. But we found that anyway. But now we are out of basics, so let's see how many field effects they are running against Stone Drainers here. So let's Deluge now. They're not punishing for now or misplay here. I think I want to Thoughtseize. I want to see what's going on. Even found a second one. So let us see what they have here. Yeah, fine. Only removal, alright. So I don't actually know what they are doing here. I've shocked this in, so I have 3 steps ahead with the additional mode open. And now I would like to flash in this Enduring Curiosity. They can trigger their Revolt. If they want to. Okay. I think we wait. No reason to play this now. Kind of force him to trigger another reload. I think I want to trophy their fountain port, and then we can consult to find a land and some more interaction. Could be interesting to find a deadly cover up here to exile some of their 1/1 win con. I don't actually know how they win the game. It's something we still have to figure out. So Narset can be great, and yeah, let's maybe find another Mirrex. Okay. So they do something with these treasures, and I have no clue what they do. We still have our 3 steps ahead open. Our 4 mana sweeper would also be a great find here. Oh no, they found another fountain port. But unfortunately, or like fortunately, we have another Assassin's Trophy, which I think we're going to use now. We don't want them to have that. So this is difficult for us to deal with, since we don't have any field effects. So let's go ahead and create a token here. Not yet ready to play this Curiosity, since they have their Revolt open still. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try to trade this token, since I will not be able to block with it anyway. So let's play this on blue, and I think I want to Thoughtseize them now. Yeah. It's under Beseech the mirror. Okay, let's take that. So they might play this card that allows them to exile cards from our library and play them. Forgot what it's called. It's 2 mana, 2 black mana, and X, and then they exile X cards from our library. Something robbery. Might be their win con to mill us out here. Let's pump a token. Now if they play that, I wouldn't want to tap out for the Deluge, but yeah, let's see. Who's that? Okay. At the beginning of your set. Okay. Alright. So let's trophy it now. So that's how they presumably combo. They play this and they sack 1,000,000 treasure tokens, and then they have an army of these things. So they seem to not run the card that I just described with the X. Okay, so let's take that, and under counter seems good. Ashiok is okay here. So they are thinking about the fatal push now. Would really not mind finding any of our sweepers here. Okay. So let's try to find one. No, not finding it for now. We could get a ground in the lock. That would be a hard counter, and perhaps let's see what we have in the graveyard. Yeah, we're not finding the sweeper yet, so could even take another consult, and or let's take the consult and they land, and then we can consult next turn again. Create another Mirrex token. So I think I'm gonna shock this in, and then we can discard a land, maybe, yeah. There's another airship, so we counter that and draw 2 cards. Yeah, can't really use the next mode because I think we don't need another Narset, because they would just kill our token response. It was not a Beseech. Yeah, I think we just let them have it and counter whatever they get. Can even Thoughtseize whatever they get. Okay, so let's counter this as well. and draw again. And they scoop now. So, okay, okay. Now, interesting. So I think we want to get rid of this Abrupt Decay. Culling Rituals, they seem great to get rid of all of these tokens. Narset, was Narset any good? I think not really. Would be good against the Deadly Dispute. And maybe against this here. Yeah. Definitely want the Terror Thunder. Could think about the rest. Would I rather have a Duress than a Narset here is the question. And I think so. Because they also create a lot of tokens with their lands. And they could then pressure our Narset here. So I think this is reasonable. Might try to get another Deadly cover-up just to make sure to shut down their combo. Garruk. No, I think it's not worth it here. But what would we substitute for the cover-up? Could try Ashiok. But that would be good to close out the game. So we are on play here. Sorry, on draw. Could go down one Censor even, and add another cover-up. But then again, yeah, let's maybe keep the Censor in. Not sure about it because they also produce a lot of treasures that allow them to pay the tax of Censor. But sometimes they seem to go for a rather aggressive play with their Beseech. So yeah, I think this end is okay. Right now, not anymore, but it's fine. Found the okay. That's the classic Thoughtseize bug. They take a card, we draw the same card again. All right. So let's go for the rest now. So what do we have? Yeah. Take one of these. Or do we? I think we go for the rest even. Or do we? I don't know. We're gonna duress our trophy. Hard to say, really hard to say. So, yeah, my reasoning is when they take our, when I take their duress, they will be able to play one of their ships, and then we, oh yeah, there's even another duress, one of their ships, and but then we ramp them for another basic land, so they would be able to just play that again. And if they duress next turn, we should have done that right away. Yeah, they go for it. I think it just resolves. Yeah, correct play by them. So I think we need to try. Do we need to trophy this now? I think we do. Could also be an option to keep this in hand and just kill one of their crucial pieces here instead of wasting it. I don't know if it's wasting it, but okay. Got lucky again, drawing another interaction spell here. And now we have our Mirrex tokens up. freebooter, it's okay. And the Shambling Guest even. So let's go pump some tokens here. They are gonna use their Deadly Disputes soon. They might even go for it now if we use our Thoughtseize. And then we can just take into whatever they draw into, so kind of like that. Oh, there was a slight misplay, should have played the Mirrex first, tap it for black. Now we don't have the Terror Sunder up. That's unfortunate. So it might even be a game-losing mistake here if they manage to resolve their combo. But okay, let's see. Yeah, let's take the Beseech and go to combat. Now they're gonna Thoughtseize us anyway, so yeah, I think I will wait and then just try to Terror Sunder perhaps their clue token or okay, they are not Thoughtseizing us. This is good. There's a consult which we can play kicked even. So we keep this up, and if they, I guess next turn they are gonna try to assemble a combo, maybe start with Thoughtseize and okay. Thinking about tearing asunder their treasure token, but yeah, they can create another one of the fountain port. They go for it now. So let's consult here. Get this and a 3 steps ahead. So that way if they play their airship could try to tear it asunder. But they will have at least one copy of it. If they have it. Oh, it's only a Shambling Guest. Okay. So next turn we can use the Curiosity to ambush. Would also like to draw an Assassin's Trophy, maybe even procession it, but would rather use my procession to find a consult. Go blank. Well, well, well. That's rough, but I think I would rather have a consult in hand to refuel, hopefully. So let's get this back into hand and yeah, hope for the best. Discard these two. No, ha, that's unfortunate. They got us good here. So I think there's nothing better for us to do than get this Kaheera into play and hope to top deck something. But they will grind us out pretty good with this fountain port here, I fear. Oh, they didn't even use it. They could have, I think, sacrifice one of the treasure tokens to draw a card. Yeah, that doesn't quite do it. Okay, so next turn we start pumping Mirrex tokens, but I fear we are on the back foot here. So would want a deadly cover-up, so that way we can get rid of their airships. That would be a great draw, actually. And we even have 3 of them in our deck, so we should be able to find one of them with our consult, and that should shut down their combo here. Beza, okay. Good thing they didn't play that. But these 2 fountain ports are gonna be really annoying to deal with. So really to need to make some good hits here with our consult the star charts. We go down to 9. Okay, Freebooter is not too scary. Alright. Oh, I should have used the consult. Already getting quite pretty low in concentration here. Should do better than this. But okay, we get rid of that. They can scry 1. We still have our Assassin's Trophy, so if they do hit a airship, we can just destroy it. They have 2 left in the deck, so maybe we don't even need to deadly cover up. Yeah, they just draw. That's fine. We also have our Assassin's Trophy up. Really want to find a good Planeswalker here. That would be a good finisher here. There's the Beseech. That's fine. Now if they do have a discard effect and a airship, that can be a game for them. Oh, what makes this interesting. Very interesting. So this is going to be difficult to remove. So let's go ahead and yeah, with that. There's a drawn unlock, which doesn't help us much here, but okay. Rather whiffed, unfortunately. Alright, alright. Yeah. It's getting somewhat ugly now. Alright. I think we have to kill one of these. Let's take the one with more loyalty. And we need to start pumping Mirrex tokens and try to grind down the other one or find some more removal. Or that was the token version. That was maybe a mistake to give them the opportunity to draw with their fountain port. But I think we are rather dead here, so still playing this out to see if we can find a way to get out of this, but doesn't look exactly great. Yeah, something we can do against that. Okay, let's see what they take. Could even be the deadly cover up. Yeah. Yeah, we lose 2 life. Now we need to find a response to this Obnixilus, but I fear they are just gonna grind us out here completely. Cannot even block this, because otherwise they would trade. So let's create a token. But I still refuse to resign this here. Okay, there's an island. Well, okay, I think this is game soon. They create another fish, so yeah, there's gonna be a lethal attack next turn. So let's concede. All right. I think we just run it back. Very much the same. So now I think the Narset is better than I thought with their fountain ports. What did we bring in here? Censor wasn't that great with all the tokens, so let's maybe get out all of them. Non-permanent here was not that bad. This can destroy this Princewalker. And then might even try to play another deadly cover-up. Garruk would also turn out to not be that bad in this grindy endgame. And they don't seem to have good interaction for it. So could get them that way maybe. But what do we sub out for it is the question. Yeah, perhaps a Shark Typhoon. But then again, it's a great card to grind and to gain value, gain a 2-for-1 situation. So I don't exactly know. Could go down on the rest. But they play a lot of targets for it. So they do have graveyard hate now, so yeah, let's take out this and get in a Garruk. So this is diminishing in value if they start playing effects like Go Blank. So let's do that, and this looks quite good to me now. So let's go ahead and try. Hope we adapted correctly to what they're trying to do. This Obnixilus is also going to be pretty annoying to deal with. So this is a mulligan for sure. This is also a mulligan, unfortunately. So yeah, only one land. This is better. So get away our basic land and yeah, don't really know. Maybe a sunken citadel and run it like that. So if they find a lot of discard spells here, it's going to be brutal. They just 1-for-1 us and okay, so this is actually not too bad. So let's do rest them here, see what they are working with. Alright, this hand is pretty scary. Now what do we take here? They are gonna Thoughtseize our interaction anyway. So and they only have 2 lands. So I think we take that, because that way they will not be able to proceed with their game plan for now. And then, yeah, could let's do that. Keep the counter up. Should they make another play, but I think they take it. Yeah, there it is. And there's the freebooter. The cover up is good. I'm thinking about putting this Kaheera into hand even, which I think I do. They're gonna stake this anyway and create a treasure token. There's a pursuit. We'll not be able to stop this. Alright. There's a duress. This is good. So I think we take the Soaring here. Because this allows them to draw cards. I assume they're going to take the deadly cover up with their Thoughtseize. So let's push this now. Although this might ram them into one of their starships, I'm not sure if this was a misplay. Look here now. They are getting rather low in life now. There's a freebooter. That was a good draw for them. So I fear we might not be able to stop this. These airships. Are they crewing? And they block. Yeah, this might be game, so I guess it was a mistake to get their freebooter. Yeah, but we're going to be able to stop this. So yeah, well played. Unfortunately, I really lost concentration on this last game, and really didn't play to the maximum efficiency here. But I think they would have outplayed us anyway, so they had some great draws here. Also found their fountain port. Yeah, very, very interesting deck, very interesting matchup. So not easy to play the correct lines here for us. So would have maybe been better to rest away their Phoenix airships. But I also didn't want them to start grinding us out here with this journal. So very, very interesting brew that I found. So was a lot of fun to play against it. And GG, well played.